Hey, 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 everybody. We're back and we're late again. Oh, yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another wonderful and fabulous and little delayed episode of We Everywhere, Baby. I am your host, Nadia.
What's up, everybody? This is your co-host, Oh Marvelous.
Yeah, guys, just get used to us being late now, okay? Let's just put it out there, okay? No expectations.
One of the downsides of having a show about what it is that we do,
Yeah,
is that sometimes we have to do the shit,
we gotta do what we do.
and sometimes what we do delays what we want to do. And then you get this on a Friday.
Yeah.
Or hopefully not on
Hopefully a Friday.
I don't even know.
Whenever you hear it, you're gonna hear it, okay?
Yeah, damn it, it's free.
Yeah, free entertainment, okay?
Just gonna be like, have you guys heard the new episode? They get real shitty really quick.
They just hit their year mark and said, fuck it.
They're late all the time. They're yelling at the audience.
You ungrateful bastards. Oh, man. What's up, guys?
We love our listeners.
We do.
Oh, it's so funny.
Are you still there?
We're just screaming into the void.
So how was your week?
My week was good, actually.
Okay.
And mostly because I went somewhere super fun. So we could talk about that later.
You know what's funny is I honestly, like, you're telling me that right now, and I don't even remember.
What you did, or what
No,
I did?
you know, because like we obviously know what we do each other, like what each of us do during the week, and I'm just like, really, where'd you go? Like, I don't even remember. So fill me in.
That's great. Now you get to hear the story firsthand. You're like, what? Really?
Yeah,
That all happened?
I'm a great listener.
I know that's going to be a bit of a longer story. So, do you want to start off?
Oh, you want to save it
with just some like tidbits of what's been going on in our life? Like, you know how I like to look, just like scour the internet for weird stuff that happens, or you know, something that'll make you laugh. Like,
yeah.
Did you know about that?
You want to give us those tidbits?
I just like
your weird tidbits. I see you're looking at a pie right now.
No, don't worry about the pie. I'm always looking at pie. That might as well be my screensaver.
Yeah, remember our New Year's resolution?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is literally the reason that there's a pie on my computer screen, is because I was looking at all these bookmarks that I have. And I remember I have one that's like, it gives you a pie for every month, because that was the plan, remember?
That was the plan.
And then we gave up on that when we were like, yo, we can't just be crushing a pie.
Yeah.
And I'm too selfish to give it away. So
I like how we say that. We can't crush a pie once a month. But like at the same time, we like crush ice cream like every day or something, some other bullshit.
That's also an exaggeration.
Well,
would you say that we eat a lot of like sweets? I don't think so.
I try not to buy too many. It's like when we get a craving, I'll go buy some Ben and Jerry's, and then
that's different than
it'll last like 1 or 2 days, and then that's it. But like,
I think we buy single serving dessert style things. You know what I mean?
Kind of. I mean, I don't. I
it's
think
not like we go and buy bags of cookies or like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I tripping or what? What's in our pantry right now? Did you go shopping? You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Is there shit in there you haven't told me about?
The thing is you never look. You never look in our fridge and our pantry. I buy so much shit, and I like just like, you don't eat it. What do you eat?
What are you talking about?
What do you eat? Seriously. It's not like you're anorexic, so what are you eating?
Wow. Nadia is in a mood.
I'm just saying. I don't understand.
I swear to God, on a normal day, I will eat whatever we eat together. That'll be my first meal. Like, I'll go to work and I'll have a bunch of coffee.
Wow.
And then
that's it.
I don't eat lunch usually.
Wow.
And then I'll come home and we eat dinner.
You have the world's slowest metabolism. The metabolism of a tortoise.
I'm going to win that race.
I guess. The race to heart attack. Oh my God. You gotta eat, man.
That's so funny.
Who else's men's do this? Does your man do this? Men, are you listening? Do you do this? I swear. That's like a man thing. Anyways, we do have cookies in our pantry, but they're vegan and they're from Trader Joe's. So they're not really that bad, but they are cookies. Mm-hmm. And I just went to Michoacana today and got us some paletas. So there's that. But yeah, I try not to buy too many sweets because we will F them up.
Yeah, for real. Well, so speaking of sweets, okay, mm-hmm. this is just something funny. This is for all our UK listeners.
Okay.
Like, so if anyone's in Leeds, this will directly affect you if you live in Leeds. There is a bakery in England, right, mm-hmm. in Leeds, that got busted for like illegal sprinkles.
What?
Okay.
What are illegal sprinkles?
Like, they're just basically sprinkles. So it's a bakery who has a bunch of, obviously they offer a bunch of baked goods, but they have some really top selling cookies.
Okay.
That makes them, you know what I mean? It's like, they're called Get Baked. The bakery's called Get Baked.
Okay, I like it.
Right? Well, you're like, okay, want to go there.
I'm in.
But he basically got told that he couldn't sell the cookies anymore because the sprinkles that he got that are from the United States,
okay,
they're illegal.
But
like, it's illegal to use them.
Why?
Why? Because
I've never heard of such a thing.
I'll tell you exactly why.
They have marijuana in them?
No. It's called the West Yorkshire Trading Standards Agency deemed them illegal because they contain the coloring called erythrocene. Erythrocene.
Erythrocene?
It's bad for your urethra.
You're eating urethra sprinkles. Sick.
It's dry. It's dry urethra that's in colors.
Ew.
You've heard of placenta pies.
Ew.
No, it's urethra sprinkles. No. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Erythrocene. Okay.
Okay.
In the U.S., it's labeled FD&C red number 3.
Oh.
Okay, so it's red number 3.
Yes.
And because these sprinkles that he gets from the U.S. have that, they are, illegal in the UK.
Okay.
So he
because of the red dye.
Yeah. So
the red dye is not allowed. So that's funny that you mentioned that, because the other day I had a new client I was working with, and the hairdresser, we were talking about, I don't know how it came up, but anyways, we were talking about, he was telling me he just learned that same day as well, or the day mm-hmm. before, whatever, recently, that there's a recall or a ban, if you will, on a lot of eyeshadow or eye products.
Okay. Because
of certain dyes that are staining people's skin. And it's like, I guess, bad for you, harmful, toxic, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it's like, they're like the shadows, and I would say shadows, cream shadows, all that kind of stuff they're like brightly pigmented, excuse me. And, they're being banned and recalled, and they're basically illegal now. Like, you can't sell them anymore. So it's kind of like along the lines of the same thing. And I'm wondering if it has that same dye. There's a certain dye in it that's like illegal.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, it all basically, in 1990, the Food and Drug Administration, they restricted use of the dye because it started the study showed that in high doses, it would cause cancer in lab tests on animals.
Yikes.
So it's still allowed in certain foods in the United States.
Okay.
That's where the sprinkles come into play. But the
That's
Center
scary.
for Science and they're basically urging the FDA to revoke it entirely. It also has been linked to hyperactivity in children. And in Britain, mainly the it says the additive is permitted to be used in a limited range of products in Britain, mainly cocktail cherries or to decorate eggshells for like Easter
cherries.
Yeah, well, you know how red those
like the maraschinos.
Yeah.
But like people still eat those.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's legal in
cancer causing.
Things, so there you go.
How is that's so weird?
But you know what's crazy is that he obviously had no idea.
Yeah,
the guy that owns it, right?
And like, how did he even get popped for that?
That's the crazy thing. Somebody left an anonymous tip, so somebody turned this guy in. Like,
how would they even know?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I think was like one of the craziest parts of the story for me, is that this was like,
yeah,
you know, like a whistleblower.
Yeah,
like, yo, you ever heard of Get Baked? They're using illegal fucking sprinkles and making a killing.
Damn. So I mean, he just has to like use different sprinkles or not use those sprinkles anymore, right?
Right. Well, he said, I realize how insane this is. He goes, unfortunately, I am only prepared to use those sprinkles and no others. I ran out of breath. It's like, no other. If I can't use them, I won't use any. I will be on a sprinkle strike.
What?
This dude is passionate about sprinkles, and he was like, nah. It's either these or...
It's either these cancer sprinkles or no sprinkles at all.
He's like, my sprinkles were the best sprinkles because I was using them illegal sprinkles.
He's from Leeds, but I made him from Brooklyn.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I moved here. I moved over here to start a... That's the worst. I can't even keep going. So fucking...
I was like, wait a minute. Where am I going with that one?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna start a sprinkle empire.
You either eat my red dye sprinkles or no sprinkles at all. Stupid. Oh my god. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of stupid that he's being a stickler about that. Like, they're telling you that these are illegal because of a very legit reason. Mm-hmm. It's not like, you know.
Well, I mean, they did ask him about it, right? Because he said that he took them completely off of the menu. Right? Mm-hmm. He said, I'm just not going to sell any of the products that I use those sprinkles on. And they asked him if he's, won't you use some other ones?
Yeah.
Right? And he said, it's highly unlikely that we will find any legal sprinkles that we will use as a replacement. British sprinkles just aren't the same. They're totally shit, and I hate them. That's a direct quote from Rich Myers, owner of the Get Baked Bakery in Leeds.
I mean, if he's importing them from the U.S., like, he's about these, like, he sought those sprinkles out. He has a disdain for British sprinkles. And now
he literally said that they're shit.
Now I want to try them and have a comparison. Now, here's the thing: is it only in one color? Is it only the red ones?
Like, do you mean he has to sit there and pick the red ones?
No, I'm just saying, like, are those the ones that, like, specifically cause cancer and are dangerous?
You know what?
Or is it the dye is in all of them?
It doesn't say. It just says that they use the dye.
Got it.
So, I mean, I like where your head is at. Like,
I'm trying to find a solution here.
Like, is this guy? Let's look at a picture of one of his cakes that uses sprinkles. That's, I can count like 12 red ones right there. That if you take them off, maybe that's a legal, slice of cake now.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, man, why are these even being made to begin with? That's the real problem.
I mean, probably because they were made with that shit before they realized that it was bad, and then
then it's like, once we find out it's bad, stop making it. Like, why? Oh, I hate it here. Like, why? Why can't we just stop making bad shit?
And by here, I assume you mean the planet, because this shit is going on everywhere.
The whole planet. Come on, guys. Let's get it together.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you for that tidbit. That was quite informative.
That was news around the world. I read an article from New Zealand where they fired a wizard. There was a wizard that was on like the council.
Wait, what? What?
So check this out.
Wizards are real?
No. What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? You're presenting this as an actual article. So there was this wizard. like factual shit.
But in this statement, you're to understand that it's obviously not a wizard. Like, wait till like...
Okay. Okay,
let's stop right there. This guy's a wizard?
Wizards are real?
Did you say lizard? Or wizard?
Gizzard. Okay.
A man by the name of Ian Brackenbury Channel, or whatever.
Wow.
AKA the Wizard.
Okay.
Was on the payroll of the City Council of Christchurch. Okay, which is in New Zealand.
Okay.
And he's been basically on the government payroll being the wizard of this town.
Okay.
Since the days of yore. 1998. So.
Wait.
Since 98.
Okay.
This guy has just been.
The days of yore.
This guy has just been the town wizard.
Okay.
Okay. And he gets a little stipend by the government. But in the 23 years, he's made about $250,000.
Dang.
So it's not bad for...
That's like extra income?
Yeah.
What's his other job?
I don't know if he does anything else. But the point is now tourism has changed. So they're like, yeah, we don't need a wizard anymore. So they fired him.
Okay. I'm just really confused as to what his actual role was.
His role was to be the wizard.
But what does that mean? I'm so confused. Look at this guy. Oh my God. This guy was being paid $250K a year, you said, or no?
No, just collectively. So, I don't know, it was making...
within 23
He was making
years.
roughly about 10 grand a year.
Oh, okay. There's just a little extra pocket change.
Yeah.
And just to dress up like a wizard.
Yeah, just to be
it.
Just to be the wizard. Look, I'm not from New Zealand.
And he's a part of the
If there's anyone in Christchurch.
What is Christchurch?
It's the name of the council, the town. The city. I don't know. I'm really ignorant of how shit works.
This is a terrible report.
It says the city council in Christchurch.
Okay.
So, fuck, I'm assuming it's a city, right?
Okay. I just was like, I thought it was a church. And then
how did this start with you believing in wizards to me being an idiot? Because I don't know.
I'm trying to understand
this city planning
weird story. I'm very lost.
It was just
because I'm like, there's a church that paid this man to dress up like a wizard. That's what. And I'm like, I thought churches don't like witchcraft and wizardry. I'm very confused. That's where my mind went.
No, it's in the Constitution. Church and magic are separate.
So this is stupid. So this is a place called Christchurch.
I don't even want to talk about this shit anymore.
Okay, well, that one lost me. I completely don't understand.
I was just pointing out how funny it was to me that this guy had been making a living as a fucking wizard.
He got fired.
And then he gets fired because people don't, they're probably the tourism to New Zealand. And now with COVID and maybe there's not enough Hobbit fans coming through and nobody cares that there's a fucking old man walking around being a wizard.
We're like, sorry, wizard. We don't need you anymore.
But that took a turn. That to me felt like a very simple story.
I don't know. Guys, you let us know. Were you confused like me? Or was this a simple story according to Omar? Very self-explanatory, simple story about a wizard.
DM us magic
who lived at the Church of Christ.
No. Church of Christ.
I don't know.
They're like, we already have a wizard.
Yeah, that's weird.
JC.
Well, all right
It's
then.
like, is that water in your head? Boom, magic.
Well, that was interesting. That was good to get that laugh in because there's some really fucked up shit that's been happening.
Man.
Like this Astro World shit. Man.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not the first place that you're hearing, about this.
No,
But
when did it happen? Like how long
it
ago?
happened Saturday.
Oh, okay. It's about a week
believe
ago.
It happened Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Gabriel was there. I think he's posting a YouTube video about it. He's got footage too. But man, what a tragedy. I'm just really confused as to like how an entire crowd of people decides to surge and push their way to the front, because it's like, where do you think people are going? Like, why is this happening? What are you doing? Like, why aren't people thinking? Why aren't people being, it's just so frustrating to me. It's just, I'm like, where is humanity? Where is people's respect for each other? It's very sad. It's so sad to me, and then in the very beginning, when I first was hearing about it, I thought, okay, maybe he didn't really see it, right? Travis. Right. Maybe there was a lot going on and he didn't really see what's happening. But as I really, I thought about it more and more, you and I have been on the side stages. You and I have seen the crowds. We know what that angle, what that viewpoint looks like. We know what you can see, and you can see shit very clearly.
Well, I mean, look, there was a lot of shit that plays into this. If you go and watch or watch or read a collection of the timeline of that day or whatever, the first video that you can kind of see is when people just burst through the gates. Before the show. It's just like, fuck it.
The energy was already,
it's crazy.
People were breaking in, hopping the fence too. There was a lot of people who didn't pay that got in.
Mm-hmm. So it's already like just overcrowded, and then people just get compressed. So
did you hear how they had to wait? Like, it was like a couple hours too that they were waiting before the show even started.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like that. I don't know how many concerts you've been to where you've been in like the pit or in the front.
I don't like that. I'm not down.
But I've done it a lot.
Yeah.
I've done it a ton. At least even back in, obviously now it's like back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've done it a ton. And I know that feeling of being just compressed, or as the second that the shit's going to start. But it's like these people were pushing forward for like a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was people that I was seeing videos of people that were like, yo, this was happening during the daytime. Like specifically one guy who said he saw, I want to say it was a Master P's set. And he said he just felt like that, like, yo, I'm getting crushed. But he goes, it was like in the middle of the day or during the day where the sun was out. So he was able to flag a security guard, like, pulled me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then at night, it just became chaos. Like, so people were already feeling that pressure. But when you're in a concert like that, it's very easy for you to get kind of lose your stance.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in shows before where, because I was like smaller or whatever, my feet would kind of leave the ground.
Yeah.
And
Kiki
I would just
was telling me about
to
that.
the side or swaying back and forth. Like, if the people were jumping or moving side to side, we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I've been in crowds where people have fallen.
That's terrifying.
It's hard to pick them up, but I've only ever been at places where I've seen people get picked up.
Yeah.
But I used to go to a lot of shows.
Picked up by people around them or what?
People around them. And I don't know. I don't know if this one is because there were so many people and they were so compressed that people started panicking and trying to move.
Yeah.
And I think that is also what caused, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was people trying to stampede on other people. I think it was
I don't think it was on
people started
purpose.
passing out and people trying to get the fuck out of there.
But like my whole notion is like, why are you pushing? Why are you pushing your way? Why are you it all starts somewhere, right? It all starts from the back and works its way forward. But why are those people even doing that to begin with?
Well, again, I can only.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a problem there.
Well, back when I was a kid, if I got to a show and I'm in, because you always start in the fucking back, it was to try to get as close to the front as you can. Try to get as close as you can. And
I understand that, but it's fucked up because those people have been waiting there. The people that are in the front waited there. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm maybe I'm naive by thinking this way, but that kind of mentality is what gets people hurt. Sorry, but it does.
No, you don't have to apologize to me. I agree with the civility of what you're trying to say. It's like, hey, we were here first. But it doesn't. That shit goes out the window real quick.
It's just frustrating because it's like it's fine. It's like, okay, you're one person or whatever. But when a whole herd and crowd of people have that same mentality, this is why people are getting crushed and killed, and it's just fucked up. Like it's just really fucked up. And I like it's really the last time that we were in a crowded situation like that. We went. I believe it was Rolling Loud. Mm-hmm. And we were on the side and we were trying to make our way out or to go to another entrance or something like that. And I just remember like damn near getting an anxiety attack because we were like compacted. Like it was just really uncomfortable. And I was like, never again. I'm not doing this again. Like, this is not for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that feeling that I can't escape, that I can't get out. Mm-hmm. Like, it just feels dangerous. Mm-hmm. And then to top it off, you have people running around injecting people with God knows what.
That I don't know anything about. Like, I'm going to be honest, I haven't really looked into, all of it. But whatever that shit is, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
Like the only report I kind of saw was that a security guard caught it in the neck.
Yeah.
But I don't know I don't know the extent of it.
I was hearing rumors that it was fentanyl. I don't know.
Me, for real?
I heard rumors. Yeah, I don't know if that's real or not. But that's what I was hearing rumors about. They were just shooting people up randomly with fentanyl, which is just like, what kinds of people? It's just so scary. It's just really scary. But I will say, going back to like, that people are like, oh, well, he shouldn't be held responsible. Like he's claiming he didn't know, blah, blah, blah. I saw a video footage today of him standing literally right in front of this guy getting picked up who's literally passed the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And they're like trying to get him out of there. So he can see it. I'm sorry. He saw it and he should have stopped the show. End of story.
Yeah, I think at one point after they had, or he saw the ambulances or something like that, there was like a video of him being like, yo, let's keep tearing this motherfucker down or whatever. It's like,
see?
Like,
and now you want
to. That's a tough look.
Yeah, and then you want to sit there and apologize and say you're so devastated you didn't know? Bullshit. I call complete bullshit. You have other videos emerging of other artists at shows, stopping shows. You have Linkin Park, who is like, guys, stop the music, help this guy out. There's people in the mosh pit that are getting injured and hurt. Like, let's stop the show till this shit's right. Then you have Adele, who's like literally one person in the sea of people that fainted and is like, hold up. There's somebody who fainted. Let's get them situated before we continue. Like, that's class. That's caring. That's what you do for people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's interesting because all of my younger concert experiences was all like punk rock stuff or heavy metal stuff or like metalcore. So it was all just like mosh pits, circle pits, walls of death.
But
the wall of death was fucking crazy.
But that's first of all, you know that's going to happen, right? And there's a designated area usually for it. And you're usually able to be like, well, I don't want to be in the mosh pit, so I'm not going to be in the mosh pit. There's usually a choice.
Unless it gets really good. And then it's like the whole fucking... but I'm saying this to say that all of these shows that have more of a stereotypical, like, these dudes are crazy, like, you know what I mean, this and that, in my experience, have always been like a bunch of really helpful people. Like, you know, you're gonna get the asshole that swings on somebody because they got bumped or this and that. You know, I mean, that's a group of people in any situation. One of them's gonna be an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, but when people fall, people get picked up. When like, back in the day when you saw like a girl that, you know, get knocked over, everybody would like rush and shit. Like, do you know what I mean? There was all this kind of protecting each other kind of thing.
Right.
Of course, I mean, there's exceptions. There's like Slayer pits. You don't want to go in a fucking Slayer pit. Like, that's bad. Yeah. But other than that, like, it was usually people really helping each other out. Bands stopping, like, you know, Rage Against the Machine would stop shows, you know, if they ever saw anyone like touching a woman inappropriately, just like stuff like that. And I don't know what Travis Scott could or could not see. I wasn't there. I don't know what the lighting type of situation is. But from the videos that I see, yeah, he played it really, really wrong. And then you look at all this past examples that people are bringing up of like his fans. Like somebody pushed a guy off a balcony.
Jesus.
And like that guy's paralyzed.
Oh my God. Oh, and
other people have passed out and shit like that. And I don't know. You know, I'm pretty much. Don't really
go to a Travis Scott show.
Like, I'm really a devil's advocate kind of guy. You know what I mean? That always like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's look at it this way, like this or that, because I don't have any power of any kind. So I'm always like, let's argue about it. But on that one, it's kind of tough. Like, I feel that there's people that freak out faster than other people.
Yeah, of course.
So when you're in a crowd of 50,000 people, and then you're gonna have those people that aren't expecting that crazy shit, because maybe that doesn't normally happen at a hip hop show. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's no fucking mosh pit or isn't a bunch of people pushing back and forth, and that's the force of 50,000 people. Like, you're not gonna.
No, that is not for me.
You know, so that was. I mean, it was a fucking tragedy. Like,
yeah, that's really sad. So, just, you know, our hearts and prayers and love goes out to all those who lost their lives and their families, because, you know, especially now, we go, you know, we went through a pandemic. We're still technically in a pandemic. Mm-hmm. We've missed live shows. Live shows are such an incredible experience. You know, it's one of my favorite things to do and see. And so it's supposed to be a positive and amazing experience. And you go there with that intent to have a good time, and, you know, people lose their lives, and it's just, something has to change. It's just, I don't know if there needs to be sections. I don't know. How do you even?
It doesn't help that and I'm not a Travis Scott fan, so I don't follow him. I don't know his shows. Yeah. I'm speaking completely from the shit that I'm seeing. From what I am seeing, and I don't know what narrative is being painted by the news outlets that I look at, but he is an insightful guy. Not that he's like thinking like, oh, like he incites
the crowd.
Like how people say, oh, he's inciting a riot. I'm not saying he's going that far, but he's more of like that. Like, yo, come on. Like, it's a lot of energy that he's requiring from his fans, that his fans give him. Right. So there is that like energy, and I don't know if it's a positive or negative energy. From, you know, I'm seeing a lot of people like, oh, there's all this negative energy, and people are like,
I mean, it seems like it.
Yeah, they're all like, people are trying to bring the devil into it or some shit like that.
Oh, I saw that. But I saw that.
I feel like the performer is the one that has to control the crowd more than anyone else. So you are ultimately responsible for what your crowd does. Yeah. Because you are the master of these people, like the MC, if you will, the master of ceremonies or whatever. Like, you're here to you're supposed to be able to handle this shit.
Yeah.
You know? And I went to a concert once. Okay, I went to a Slipknot concert once. Okay, this was at the Forum. And there was a section of Slipknot's set. They're doing a song where they want everybody to get down. Like everyone that's on the floor in the pit or whatever. And it's the fucking Forum, right? There's a ton of us. And they're like, get down. I want everybody to get the fuck down now. I want everybody, you know. And we're like, okay, so we're all like crouching down or whatever. The idea is that at a portion of the song, everybody will stand up. It'll look fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like that's the idea in the singer's mind.
Yeah.
But while he's saying, get the fuck down, I want everybody down now, people from the like the seats took that as like, he's telling us to get the fuck down there.
Oh.
And they rushed. I mean, I was seeing people like pushing bouncers out the way and jumping over the
my God.
Like it was fucking nuts.
Wow.
Excuse me. And I'm in my, I don't know, early 20s, late teens, whatever the hell Slipknot was like popping.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I'd never seen that shit because I was already down there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking and the singer starts going, oh shit, like, yo, stop. Like, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
And this is Slipknot, who like, they beat each other up on stage and, you know, fucking throw kegs at each other. Like, but it was like, yo, stop. That's not what I meant. It wasn't like, yo, fuck yeah, keep going. Like, fuck these guys. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? That's a different energy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You have to orchestrate the crowd. That is their responsibility. And yeah, he just completely neglected that job. And sorry, he should be held accountable for that. That's just my feelings on that. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to stick to that box seat situation. I'm going to stick to my Beyonce, assigned seated situation. Well. And I'm going to stick to my reggae shows where everyone's nice because we all smoke weed and pass each other blunts, although that's not going to happen anymore. But, you know, it's a different vibe.
Well, so that leads into what I did this weekend, right?
Oh, right.
So while this was going on in Texas,
right,
I was in Orange County, California, in somewhere deep that I never even heard of, where there was like the land of no service, watching essentially what was a Warped Tour for old guys.
Nice.
It was called Punk in the Park. Or as I like to call it, the Hurley Dad Show. Because it was all the guys that I used to see wearing Hurley hats and Hurley t-shirts, and I was like, yo, you're wearing Airwalks?
They still make those?
I saw a guy with Airwalks. I was like,
he's like, yeah, Payless.
Yeah. I was like, yo. But all these guys they're now in their 40s. They now have gray little goatees and pot bellies. But they're still rocking that flat brim. And that, I mean, it was straight up. And it was.
I know those guys. I'm from OC. Those are my friends.
Yeah. And it was them and all their kids. They dragged their kids to the show, and you know, a bunch of younger kids. So, producer, everything guy, Mark, and I, we got to go because my coworker and listener of the show, Dana, hooked it up. She knows the drummer for the Vandals.
Also, fun fact: Dana is Fergie's sister. Name drop.
Name dropping.
Name drop.
So, so needless to say. She knows the drummer, and she couldn't make it to the event, so she asked if I wanted to take, you know, her basically her passes, and I was like, yeah, totally. And it was a 2-day event, but I only went to one day because it was mad deep.
Yeah,
and the lineup was really only better for me, my taste, for Saturday. So we got to go. Mark and I drive my asses way the hell down there, like almost 2 hours away, whatever the hell, because of traffic.
Yeah.
And we get there and it's like $20 cash only parking. And I'm like, shit. Yeah. And I pull up and I tell the lady, I'm like, I got $9. Like, I went to a festival, basically a punk rock festival with no money in my pocket. Like, I'm just like, fuck, everybody will take a card.
I mean, it's like, who has cash anymore?
I was like, and the parking lot was so far from civilization. You know how OC is, right?
Yeah.
if you get that long stretch of road, you're just like, I'm not gonna see a store for
Yep.
like 6 miles.
Yep.
So I was like, ma'am, I only have $9 on me. And she's like, do you have a card? I was like, yeah. She's like, pff. I was like, okay, why don't you put that shit on the sign? You know?
Yeah. They didn't want other people to use the card.
I guess.
Interesting.
She pulled out her square real quick though.
They were probably pocketing the cash or some
Yeah,
shit.
they're like, yeah, I don't have to fucking claim this on my taxes. So we get there, we go inside, they give us our bands, and the lady's like, oh, here you go, all access. And I didn't even think about it because I was so interested and excited to get in to see a band called Guttermouth.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if anyone's familiar with punk rock from the 90s, like Guttermouth is kind of like is a really funny band.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But kind of like how I used to say that you were either a Blink-182 fan or you were a Guttermouth fan.
Got
like,
it.
You couldn't be both. You know, there was like, they were both kind of like bands that were more concentrated on making funny lyrics and shit like that.
Right.
Like, I love Guttermouth.
So they weren't as mainstream as Blink-182.
Nah, Guttermouth never blew up. Like,
I remember hearing that name though. I know of that band.
yeah, and they're one of my favorite bands from back then, and they're always funny. Like the lead singer's nuts, like a little bit of assholes, really. You know what I mean? But Mark and I got there, and we're standing on the outside of the crowd, and we're watching them, and I'm like, all right, cool. With all due respect to Guttermouth, the set was horrible. It was fucking bad.
Damn.
But because it was them, it was almost like I accepted it more as like, yeah, that seems like how they would do it. Because it was very much like we don't give a fuck. Yeah, it was like that. It was they're like, we're the best punk rock band you're going to see today. You know what I mean? We're fucking awesome, blah, 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 blah. And then they're just like forgetting lyrics, just like falling out. It was great. But it was bad.
It was great.
And then we end up testing what these bands are. Like, what can these bands get us?
Yeah.
So we show our little wristbands to one of the gates, and they're like, yeah, you can come in here. And all of a sudden, we're in the back of the trailers, like all access. I'm like, I guess all access is all access. And my brother's like, yeah.
What do you know?
Mark is like, anytime you hear all access, it means you can go fucking anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
And I've had all access passes when we go to see Miguel.
Yeah.
But it's always been like a lanyard.
Yeah, laminate.
Yeah, laminate. So I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like all over the place.
Yeah.
Because nobody stops you anyway.
No,
you just walk
anywhere
on stage, do whatever the hell you want. So for the last 3 bands, the ones that were essentially like the headliner bands, there's a band called Lagwagon, a band called the Vandals, and Pennywise shut the show down. So I was like, fuck yeah, I get to be on stage away from this crowd, because it was a decent sized crowd. And we got to watch the shows from the side.
Nice.
And when I was young and I would go to Warped Tours and stuff like that, I would see the people on the side of the stage like, how can I get up there? Like, I'm over here with all these sweaty fucking dudes, you know what I mean? Like, trying to reach our hands out, like, hey, give me a high five, Davey Havoc from AFI or whatever the fuck. Like, and now I was like, looking at Mark, I was like, this could not have worked out better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm on stage, we're drinking beers, we're smoking joints, we're talking to the fucking, band members, whatever. We're totally fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, I'm not built for the pit anymore. You know what I mean?
You retired the pit. Did they have a pit?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah.
With all those old dads?
Yeah, I mean, there was some young guys there, but yeah, you saw...
They probably would not stop talking about that. Did you see me in the pit? They relived their glory days.
when we were standing on, when we got there for Guttermouth, and we're standing on the outside, and we're watching the show, around me, because we were on the outer part of we're as far back as you can get, and the crowd wasn't that crazy for him, so I could still see perfectly. But now I noticed around, I was like, there's a bunch of toddlers here.
Wow.
Like, there was a ton with all the Hurley dads.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it was a bunch of toddlers, like 3, 4, 5, whatever, all wearing their big headphones.
Yeah.
Like, they all look like they're gonna work at the airport.
Yeah.
Like, directing fucking planes.
Yeah.
Those big ass industrial headphones on.
So they don't get their poor little sensitive eardrums blasted.
But they're all running around not giving a fuck because they're too young, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was just laughing. I was looking at Marco like, look at this punk rock show that we're at, bro. Like, and we're laughing, we're having a good time. And I see a little girl that's like, just like chilling on the grass, like sitting down or kneeling down or whatever. And it's like I told Mark, I was like, if it wasn't creepy for me to just take a picture of like an 11-year-old girl,
yeah,
like I would take a picture of her because she was not trying to fucking be there. It was
she
like,
hated it.
Yeah, it was like the quintessential. My dad or my mom brought me to this fucking show, and I don't want to be here. Like, this sucks. All these people are whack.
Aww.
Like, you could just read it on her face, and it was killing me. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever because I remember being taken to shows by my dad, but like it was always like Santa Monica free shows at the pier or some shit. Like, I don't want to see, Zydeco music or whatever the fuck, but because my dad was never about to pay for a ticket for me to go see one of his bands.
Especially the shit that he liked. That was gonna be expensive.
Yeah. So I thought that was hilarious. But
he's like, we're not gonna go see Dave Matthews.
But I gotta say, I definitely thank Dana immensely for basically just letting us go to the show for these bands that I was really, really into. Like, I was a huge Pennywise fan, a huge Vandals fan, Guttermouth. Like, the next day, other bands like Death by Stereo played. I wish it was closer. I would have gone back just to see them. But it was really cool. And then at the same time, really, like, not punk rock. I'm like, how many like dads and like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different thing.
It died down a bit.
Yeah, it was funny because like the guy from Pennywise wrote a book called like Punk Rock Dad. And it just felt like I was like, yeah, it's the evolution that you would assume.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? All these people had kids or whatever.
Oh, so that's cute though.
It was really. I mean, it was really funny, but it was great to be on stage, and
that's good. You lived out your dream.
Oh yeah, and leave before they played that last song, Bro Him.
It's like when I performed with Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, exactly. When you were on stage with Backstreet, they didn't know you were there, but you were fucking
didn't know
there.
I was there, but I was doing all the moves. Everybody, yeah. And no one was there with me. Like, you weren't there, and I was literally by myself.
Yeah, I backed off of the curtain. I was like, "This is all you."
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know
you
any of
guys
the
are
dance
missing
moves.
all of this. I was on the side stage.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was a moment. Yeah. But that's good. I'm glad you had fun, and I'm glad you got to see them perform and be on stage.
Yeah, it was just cool to be able to watch it without being like essentially sweated on.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't it? It's kind of weird. Like, nobody was wearing a mask? Like, how, like, what's going on? Are we over COVID, guys?
When we got there, we were the only ones wearing our masks.
Wow. I mean, it is OC too. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Over there.
But I will say that once we got into the backstage and we were like part of the, elite group.
Oh, you're like, oh, these people don't need. These people have money. They probably don't have COVID.
I was like, oh, that's Fat Mike from NoFX. He's probably safe. What up, bro? Nice kilt.
He
He was sitting there knitting a quilt. He was making a punk rock quilt.
Stupid.
He was wearing a kilt.
Yeah. It's I mean, listen, the numbers have gone down significantly. Like, it is getting better, but
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been kind of on pins and needles like the next couple of days, like, just like, fuck,
Yeah, because you haven't been feeling good.
Yeah.
But you did take a test and it was negative, so that's
right.
good.
So,
but yeah, I mean, it's still there. Like, I'm not putting my ass in that Travis Scott crowd with all those people around and no mask. I'm just not ready for that. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a lot. I'll be scaling the walls. Just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
That's a We Ever Were Baby inside joke, guys.
The wall scaling.
Well, what did I do? Okay, so I did a photo shoot with Hannah Stocking, who is really pretty famous on Instagram, but her initial fame started on Vine. She was one of those original people who were doing a lot of skits on Vine. Mm-hmm. And so she's just kind of like a funny personality, and she does a lot of skits, and she's got like 20 million followers on Instagram, which is like, what an insane amount of people when you think about it.
Right.
You're just like, what the 20 million people know who I am and follow me. And I'm not an actress, and I'm not a singer, and I'm not, like, it's still so wild to me, that idea. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm so behind and still like, it's like, yeah, duh. But still, I'm just like, wow. Anyway, so I glammed her for Solmaz's. So Solmaz is a photographer and friend that Naz and I have known for, like maybe close to 10 years now. It's been a while. And she is an amazing photographer, and she has a swimwear line coming out. And so I've been working with her a lot, glamming a lot of her friends who are models, influencers, actresses, whoever, and they've been modeling her swimwear. So we've been getting some really cool killer shoots, and Hannah was one of them. And so we shot, I did her makeup, we shot at the beach. And while we were at the beach, she asked me, she's like, hey, do you mind like stepping in for this photo that I want to do for Instagram or whatever? And I'm like, okay, like, what is it? And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll do it. Like, you have 20 million followers. Yes.
Yeah. Tag me.
Yeah, seriously. Are you going to tag me? Or are you going to pay me? What's it going to be? So basically, I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about this now that I think about it, because she hasn't posted it yet. But I was a stand-in for one of her pictures, which I'm sure she'll eventually post. But she was supposed to hire this other girl to come, but she couldn't make it, or something happened. And then some other guy shows up that they hired, some random dude, and he was standing in the photo with me. Mm-hmm. And you guys will see it. I don't want to give anything else away, but it's supposed to be a funny picture. And yeah, we'll see if she ends up posting it. But that was kind of funny because she had me stand in for one of her things. So we'll see if you guys see me on the gram on Hannah's page.
When you see Nadia and her Instagram boyfriend.
Yeah, don't be alarmed. I'm holding some stranger's hand, pretending like he's my boyfriend. I'm not having an affair. Omar and I are good. He's fully aware.
You're picking up acting work.
Yeah, free acting jobs.
I was an actress.
I was, yeah. So anyway, that was so kind of funny. So then, so we shot that, and then I was just like so hungry when we were done, and I hit you up, and I'm like, I'm starving. Like, let's go out to dinner, because we hadn't really gone out. We haven't really been going out to eat. We order a lot in, or we cook at home. Yeah. So I was like, I really want to go out to eat somewhere. So we're trying to figure out where to go or whatever. And I was like, what about BJ's? Like, it's not far. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't been there in a minute. They have a bunch of stuff there. We can get a Pizookie. And so we're on our way. We go to BJ's at, we call it, what is that mall? Fox Hills?
No, it's called like Westgate or something like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's called something like that.
Westgate?
Yeah. Isn't it?
I think you're wrong. Westfield,
okay.
Yeah, but I thought it was called Fox Hills. Like another name for it. Anyways.
Whatever.
What we call it is the Swagger Center.
Yeah, it's called Westfield Culver City.
Oh, okay.
But it used to be called the Fox Hills Mall.
Okay, there you go.
At least in the 80s. You know what I mean?
That's why I know it, because Nas and other people call it Fox Hills. Yeah, so we head over there, to go to BJ's. We ended up not going to BJ's. We ended up going to Volcano, which I had never been to. It wasn't bad. It was all right.
Yeah, well, Volcano.
We ordered everything.
It was ridiculous.
Like everything.
But what happens is Volcano to me is like a PF Chang's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this is an Asian fusion restaurant where you can get sushi, but you can also get
chow mein.
Chow mein.
Yeah.
You can also get like, I don't know, whatever the hell else they sell.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, if you want a salad, they'll probably have some kind of, they'll call it an Asian salad or something.
Definitely didn't order a salad.
And if you want Chinese food, here you go. And it's not Mongolian. Since you don't want to go to Mongolian.
And you know what? Mongolian was still better.
That's right.
Honestly,
that shit is better.
Mongolian was still better. But yeah, I just wanted to go somewhere and sit down. And we ate there, and then we ate so much because I ordered like half the menu. And then I was like, I need to walk. Let's walk in the mall like we're teenagers. When was the last time you walked in the mall?
Yeah, for real.
So we went strolling through the mall, and I got at Bath and Body Works.
You straight up got bamboozled. We're walking around. She's like, "Oh, let's go to Bath and Body Works." I was like, "Oh, great." So,
blasting Christmas music.
Yeah, it's already Christmas in there, and we walk in, and I feel like the sales associates were super aggressive. Like right off the bat, they're like, "Hey, can we help you? What are you looking for? My name is whatever. I'm going to be over here, blah, blah, blah." And we're like, okay, we're good. And then all of a sudden she goes, "Just so you know, all of whatever it was called, body."
Yeah.
They called it some shit like body care.
All the body care.
Or something like that.
Yeah, all the body care.
Is buy 3, get 3 free.
Yeah.
And Nadia goes, "Oh, well, I better investigate."
I was like, 3 free. Ding, ding, ding. They got me there. I didn't even ask how much the other 3 were. No, I was just like 3 free.
Let's do this. And then it becomes, of course, the smell this. Do you like this one? What does this one smell like? I'm like, I go nose deaf immediately. And like, it all just smells the same.
Your sense of smell is already terrible.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. I like vanilla. I like vanilla and only vanilla. So I got vanilla.
And then you're like, okay, let's get my mom something. Let's get your mom something. Let's blah, blah, blah. Now we're like 2, 2, 2, whatever.
Yeah. And they all started to smell the same at some point. I was like, I can't even tell anymore.
But I will say that they have some sense for men.
Oh, yeah.
They were all, were they all named after rocks?
It was like stone. Laminate. No, I'm just kidding.
Tile. Bathroom tile.
Cigarettes. Shame.
Shame.
Lies and mistrust.
But it was like, it was
24-ounce steak. These are man things.
But they had one that was like bourbon.
Yeah.
And one that was like wood. It's always like, whiskey, wood, leather.
Cigars. Yeah. Yeah. That was weird.
If I didn't like them.
Some of them were good. Some of them were
stone
nasty.
Shit, like none of the shit that was based on rocks or whatever. Yeah. I didn't fuck with any of that.
But, limestone.
Yeah, but the whiskey and the wood.
You always like the whiskey ones.
I do.
Yeah, that one was good. Didn't they have whiskey and they had bourbon? And I was like, this is damn near the same. What do you mean?
But it's not.
Okay.
Don't.
Well, okay, but they're different. But smell wise, if you're going to name a scent, I don't know. It's a little too close for my taste.
I mean, yeah. I would say that if you have me smell a bourbon and then you have me smell like an Irish whiskey, I can tell you the difference.
Okay.
I can tell you the difference between like a Scotch.
Whatever, Jesus. This is Bath and Body Works. We're not tasting whiskeys over here, okay?
So the point is that Nadia
it's like saying ocean and sea breeze.
Fine. So Nadia picks up six items, and she's like, all right.
I was like, this is probably like
$36.99.
$37. She's like, 50 something. I was like, damn. I was like, did you hear about the 3 free? Did you get that part?
You literally
Which ones are the 3 free ones?
even with your mask on, like I could just see your face be like, what? $58? Something ridiculous.
Like $50.
You were like, I was thinking something like 40.
I'm like, these are cheap lotions.
You were like, hold on, this is supposed to be buy 3 get 3 free. Do you know about this promotion?
Did you hear about the girl in the front? She said, I don't think the register girl knows.
You need to talk to your sales associate. She's fucking lying.
She's telling people that you get free lotions. Oh, yeah. So, I paid the $50 and got my lotions and my bath gels.
You walked out of there so mad. You're like, damn, I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
They got me.
But then I felt I recovered because then I went to MAC and I finally, this is pathetic, but like I've been a makeup artist for like 11 years now. And just this year I applied for my MAC Pro discount. Like, what is wrong with me? I will say that I don't use that many MAC products, not like how I used to. MAC is kind of like, I don't want to say phased out because there's still some really great products, but it's not what it used to be. Like back in the day, before the whole makeup explosion, before YouTube makeup, before all of that, it was like everyone and their mom shopped at MAC. If you wanted good makeup, if you were like, oh, I'm serious about makeup, right, you bought MAC. Like that's where you went to get your prom makeup. That it was just the hottest makeup line. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of not what it used to be because there's so many lines now and they make so many great products. But I finally applied for my MAC discount, which is a pretty, I want to say, shit, I don't even know what the discount is now that I think about it.
It's probably like 30, 35%.
No, I think it's like 40, 50%.
It's definitely not 50%.
50%.
It's probably, I'd say it most would be 40.
Yeah, I think it's like 40. I don't know, but it's a good percentage because the products are not that expensive. Anyways, I went over there and bought a bunch of stuff that would have been like $120 and it got knocked down to like 75. And I was like, okay, we're good over here. I feel better. I got a deal.
You're like, fuck Bath and Body Works.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
I don't even use their shit. I can't.
I really don't. I really don't.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it was kind of a trip. I hadn't been to Bath and Body Works in forever, mm-hmm, and they still have some of the same lotions and smells, but not a lot of the original ones, like Juniper Breeze.
Not the juniper.
That was a good one.
Be like, point me to your cucumber melon.
Yeah,
section.
Exactly. The peony and all that shit. They didn't have any of those anymore.
That shit used to crush. The cucumber melon was in like all through my house. My mom.
Oh, your mom was
shit.
About it.
My mom liked it because I don't think my mom liked it. I think my dad liked it. It was the one that he could stand. Like, this one smells good. You could buy this one. Like my mom was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. Whatever you say, guys.
I ended up doing it. I bought all the vanilla shit. So I'd be like, look, I smell like a cupcake. Are you happy?
I'm like, yes.
But listen, I like vanilla too. I'm not mad at vanilla. So I was good with it. But I do smell like a cupcake. But yeah, that's the story about how I got at Bath and Body Works. And that's kind of it. I've just been working my ass off, really. I've been working a lot, which is great. Knock mm-hmm. on wood. Like, so thankful to work, especially, the holiday season, the industry shuts down. So the fact that I've been getting a lot more personal clients has really helped me out. Because after Thanksgiving up until like even after New Year's, it's just so slow for a lot of makeup artists, unless you have personal clients that are attending parties and stuff like that.
Right.
Other than that, all industry gigs are pretty much on pause. So it's a cold winter. Got to stack up my chips.
Man.
So thankful to be working.
Yeah. I know you're in like busting your ass has been crazy. You're like, oh, I just picked up another one, or
all
I
last
got some
minute
last
shit.
minute shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
All last, like literally the week of, I just start booking gigs. I'm like, well, like this career is not for the faint of heart.
yeah, for real. You're like, oh shit, I gotta get home and redo my kit real quick because I gotta, somebody with a totally different skin base.
Yeah, it's true. Go home, read. Like I have a whole shoot tomorrow with Amanda Steele, so I gotta get my kit ready for that.
There you go.
But it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah. And before we start wrapping it up, we should talk about what we've been watching.
Okay.
And like maybe a recommendation or two.
Like we're asking for a recommendation?
No. Like giving out in this time.
Oh.
This time we're giving one out.
Oh, we are.
So
what are we recommending?
We have been watching the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh man.
Which
so good.
I know it's not for everybody. Like some people don't really like the character. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a
who doesn't love Larry David?
I know people who like I can't stand him. Like but I think it's a hilarious anymore. Show. And this new season has been so good.
It's so good.
It's so funny. So if you guys are watching that, enjoy a laugh with us. Let us know when you're watching. No, I'm just saying, give us a call.
Give us a call. FaceTime us. Creepy.
But we also started the new season of Dexter.
Well, you kind of started it. I fell asleep.
So did you fall asleep because you were like, oh, this is boring? Or
no, I was just exhausted.
Did you watch all of Dexter?
I did not. I watched maybe the first. What season was John Lithgow on?
I think he was the third season.
I definitely made it to the third season. Maybe how many seasons were there?
Man, I want to say there was seven, if not.
I probably made it about halfway through, and right. I didn't mean to stop. It just kind of happened, and then I never really went back to it. I just forgot.
Yeah, there were 8 seasons of Dexter.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, so.
I really fucked with it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, so John Lithgow was season 4. So there you go. You did made it. I made it okay. Exactly halfway through because you had.
I don't know if I made it after him too. I might have. Well,
season 4 was the John Lithgow one. Okay. Really good. Probably the best season, if I'm being honest, for me. Season 5 was when the baby came into play.
I did see his baby.
Mm-hmm. And then season 6, I don't remember.
That's when he had it. That's when he had the baby with. Am I going to spoil it if I talk about like?
No, this shit came out a while ago.
How she got killed, right?
Yes.
What season was that?
That was at the end of season 4.
Okay, but how can she get killed in season 4 and then her baby comes?
Because the baby was already. I think the baby was already born.
So you're just saying that the baby was more of a prominent fixture in season 5.
Yeah, that's when it was like, okay, now
this is about me raising a baby by myself. Yeah, I might have gotten through season 5 then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, keep going.
No, I'm just saying. So you watched it. What do you think?
I did. I watched it all though. I watched Dexter all 8 seasons. And I think it's another show that didn't stick the landing like at the end. Like the last
so
season
few
was
of them do.
It's just always it's hard to please everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. Like he gets away because
don't tell me.
For anyone
watch it.
Well, I mean, if they have a new season, he's obviously not dead. Like, for anyone who's not familiar with Dexter, didn't have Showtime, never knew about it. But basically, the point was Dexter was a they called him the blood guy, right? He was the guy that would come on scene and do the blood splatter analysis, how a person was killed, working for the cops. But at the same time, he's a serial killer, and he has a code where he only kills bad guys.
Right.
So it's like, but it was a really cool, like, are they going to catch him? Because he, he's killing these people, but at the same time working for the police. And then there's a cop, you know how that always goes. And then, like, again, so spoilers, he gets away on the last season. And now, X amount of years later, however many years that is, I don't know, he's back. And the first episode of it is pretty good. Like, he's been he's been living a quiet life, not being a killer anymore. And then, is he going to start killing again? Oh my God. But I think that they're doing this last season kind of like all right, we'll try to give you a really good season, because it's like a limited series. It's not like they're bringing the show back. So
okay.
We're going to give you these 10 episodes.
Oh, that's all it is.
Yeah, they're going to try to have a good, strong season.
Okay.
And people will be like, all right, well, cool,
Yeah. We're trying to say sorry for the ending. Maybe they'll do that with Game of Thrones.
But, I know.
10 years later.
They're doing like a prequel, like a bunch of years earlier. But that's
really?
Yeah. It's like it has nothing to do with the characters,
It's just,
except for the families, maybe like the Valerians or whatever they're called. But also, we watched a movie that this is like kind of our Halloween-y vibe, but we watched a movie called Blood Red Sky. And I don't know if you remember it by the time.
like we did.
Yeah, Blood Red Sky was the one about the lady with her child on the plane.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't seen this,
we watched that with Nigel and Sandy. Yeah. I liked that.
I really liked this movie.
I did too. I liked it too.
I didn't know what to expect, but the movie is about a woman and her son, and they are going on an international flight from, I want to say, England or somewhere in Europe to New York. Because the mother has a blood disease, and they're going to go see.
Didn't they say leukemia? Didn't they say she had leukemia?
Yeah, it's like maybe it's
implied
leukemia.
that she had leukemia.
It's something like that. Yeah. But it's something that she's going for, like a bone marrow transplant, or they're going to give her all new blood. I don't know. It's kind of vague. Shaky. I don't remember, because it is an international movie. Like, it's not an American production, but there are.
Was it German?
American actors. I think it might have been German. Now I can't remember. But if you guys got a chance to watch it, watch Blood Red Sky. Let us know what you think, because it's a good twist on kind of like a classic idea. Like, I don't want to give any away, but
no, they've got a few classic ideas.
Yeah,
combined together.
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
Yeah. It's really good. It's while they're on this flight, the plane gets hijacked, and then it's her having to save her son from the hijackers and stuff.
But there's definitely an interesting spin to it.
So that we definitely recommend.
A bloody spin.
A bloody spin.
That's all I'll say. So if you don't like blood, don't watch it, because it's very bloody. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Spoiler.
Have I given too much away? Yeah, it was a good movie. I was down for it.
So that's our recommendation. If you want to watch for Thanksgiving, watch this bloody movie
with your family, and be thankful you're not on a flight with bloody passengers.
Yeah, right.
Damn, I can't believe Thanksgiving's around the corner. That shit's crazy.
I know. It's crazy. And, oh, man, I wanted to talk about this at the beginning.
What?
Now should we end with it? Okay.
What is it?
So this is coming out of Texas, okay?
Okay. Great.
So.
That could be good or bad.
This is crazy.
Okay.
All right. So, and this, just found out about it maybe last week or something like that. But in Texas, there is a community out of Rancho Vista, Texas.
Okay.
And they're dealing with a deadly intestinal parasite.
Ew.
Okay. Now they're called strongyloids.
Ooh.
So it's like, okay, parasites, why are we talking about it? For me, it's because of the way that you can get them.
Okay.
All right. So these things are basically the larvae of these parasites.
Okay.
Are found in poop. Okay.
Like human poop, dog poop, any poop.
Humans and animals.
Okay.
So the way that you get them, though.
Okay.
Because that poop contaminates the soil.
Oh.
Okay. So you got to think of they're talking about how did they say they got spread? Like if sewage leaks,
Okay.
Sewage leaks and stuff like that contaminate the soil
Okay.
with this crap, and then that crap has this larva in it. Okay, and then that can stay alive for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Now this happens to be in parts of Texas and stuff where there's a lot of like migrant workers and a lot of farm workers, and a lot of them either work barefoot or, you know what I mean, don't have the proper food, whatever. And these parasites burrow in through your skin. So it's not like you have to eat them or anything like that.
They just burrow into you.
Yeah. So the parasite, it's crazy. They go in through your skin.
Okay.
And then they go in through your bloodstream. Okay. So as soon as they're inside of you, they go into your bloodstream, and then they travel through your bloodstream into your lungs.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And into your windpipe.
Wow.
And then what you do is you cough. It makes you cough. And when you cough up,
you spit them out into other people.
No, but you spit them out into essentially like into your mouth, and then you swallow them.
Okay. Into your stomach.
Into your stomach, and then they grow in your stomach, and then you crap them out.
That's disgusting.
Isn't that crazy? So these things, you get infected with it, but it makes its way all the way up to where you can cough it out and then swallow it to get to where it has to get to. Whoa.
That's so gross.
That shit is gnarly.
But you probably could. Can't you cough on somebody and then they burrow into the people's skin?
Into their mouth.
No, but if you're saying it, they can burrow straight from your skin. So even if it lands on your skin, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I know that's
disgusting.
And
they kill
really
you?
Crazy. I don't know that it's killing people, but
you said deadly.
Well, I'm calling it deadly because it's deadly. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming
deadly, nasty.
I'm assuming it can have, that issue. I haven't really researched into it. It just freaked me out the way that it traveled.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's
wow. Careful in Texas, guys. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't make its way over here.
Well, here's the thing, right? So more than 500 million individuals are globally are estimated to be infected with this, which includes detected infections in the United States, such as Appalachia.
Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah. And Los Angeles County.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
From Texas to the Appalachians to LA.
Mm-hmm.
That is so random.
Yeah. So strongyloids, they are the deadliest of soil transmitted parasites and can multiply through the body, causing death in individuals with a low immune system.
Yikes.
So
don't be walking around barefoot in the dirt
barefoot, because
you damn hippies. See? It's all those hippies who live in LA who went to the Appalachian Mountains on their little hiking retreats to go. That's what they did. They went to I'm going to go to the Appalachians with just my backpack and no shoes, and I'm going to meditate on the top of the mountain, and I'm only going to eat the food of the earth, and I'm going to come back to LA and infect everyone with parasites.
To be fair,
that's what happened.
It's just crazy because oh man, it just basically said the researchers believe that it's common in low income areas.
Okay.
Because 1 in 5 American homes lack proper sanitation systems, and we're talking about like sanitation, like ways to get the crap out of your house and into the sewer and away from you. So
ew, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
what, that's they're shitting on the floor and walking on it? I'm so confused.
Like if there's a sewage leak or whatever, like they don't have proper piping or the plumbing.
Okay, got it.
Like my friend Daniel, they just had a problem at their apartment, where the main, is like bad.
Just keep your damn shoes on, guys.
Just don't
keep your shoes on. Don't even wear chanclas outside.
It's
wear
scary
boots
out there. Everybody wear your combat boots when you go gardening.
Boots and high socks. Oh my! It's funny because when I lived in Orange County and especially near the beach, I was in sandals all the time. Like, I mean, it just makes more sense, right? I'm like by the beach, wore sandals all the time, even like to go run errands, flip flops
I don't
or
know what
slides.
you're talking about, Holmes.
Then I moved I moved to Inglewood with this fool.
We wear tennis shoes at the beach, Jake.
Literally. I like never wear sandals. I feel weird wearing open-toed shoes now out, unless they're heels.
When we were in Hawaii, my boy Brian was walking through the beach with his like J's on.
Yeah, and socks.
Like some tight ass socks, some graphic socks.
Brian, where's your sandals? What the fuck? We go sit on the beach. He's like, oh, hold on. Gotta sit down on the log, take off his J's, take off his socks. Then he's gotta wipe his feet off and dust them off and put his socks back on, then put his J's back. It's like, these are not Hawaii shoes.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Hilarious. LA folk.
Just gotta pull the socks real high, yo. So that the sand doesn't get in them.
Man. Well, thank you for that warning, Omar. Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. That's so funny. Man, I wanted to kind of talk about.
No, we're done.
Well, we should give them an extra long episode because we've been late.
Okay, but like,
okay,
we gotta save stuff for next week too. Let's just wrap it up.
Doesn't want to run out of topics. What will I talk about on the next one?
Omar's just like, what else could we talk about?
We'll have to live so much more life in order to be able to do the next one. Fine.
I don't have a full schedule for next week, so save it because we did watch. Omar and I did watch Eyes Wide Shut. Fine.
Yes.
Well, you've seen it. I, for some reason, had never seen it, and obviously, it's a very old movie from the 90s, and I had never seen it. And like a lot of people around me love this movie, and I watched it, and I will give you my honest opinion next week.
And I think what we'll do is we'll finish A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, I fell asleep.
Which is another movie made by the same director, because I'm not going to make you watch 2001, A Space Odyssey, but
Mr.
we should
Stanley
watch some more Kubrick stuff. Like, have you seen The Shining? The original Shining?
Yes, I have seen The Shining. I do love The Shining. But let's just do a Kubrick marathon. Why not? Fuck it. Let's go.
Do you guys have a favorite Stanley Kubrick movie that we should watch? Let us know. Send us a DM. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and call this show quits.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If it was up to Omar,
we'd keep going.
I mean, I'm trying to give them all the content for being patient.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, before we sign off, don't forget, we'll still get those promo codes with wildgrain.com. You can go to wildgrain.com and get that Nadia Moham official, get $10 off your first box. Nug Club, I'm getting my delivery very soon.
Aren't you excited?
I'm very excited to see what they're going to send me. If you go to Nug Club and sign up, you can use our code WeEverywhereBaby20 and get $20 off of your first box. For We Everywhere Baby, I am Oh Marvelous, and this is
I am Nadia.
Take it easy, guys. We Everywhere Baby.